So some things have recently gone out of stock on the Pokemon Center website that I wanted to show you guys here today and talk about. And also wanted to share some things on the Pokemon Center website that are still available that I think are decent buys. But before I talk about buying anything from the Pokemon Center website or talk about just anything with that, I want to show you guys this because back then I was buying some Silver Tempest booster boxes from the Pokemon Center website, and at the time they had a code that you could use to get these Pikachu coins. Now I still have a few of them, but I placed many orders without using the code and it literally was free. So I could have gotten a ton of those like metal I think they were the World Championship coins. I only have a few of them, but I could have gotten way more. But I just didn't know that they had this code. I don't know why Pokemon Center puts this at the very bottom of their homepage. I don't know why they don't just put it on the top. But for you guys out there that are buying anything from the Pokemon Center website, I'm showing you guys this so you don't miss out because it's literally free. So you can see here, there's the Quaxley and Terapagos promo card you can get for free if you use this code with any TCG order of $15 or more. So obviously, we're an investing channel here, whatever. So for the most part, most of you guys are probably going to be buying, trading card products on the Pokemon Center website. So if you plan on buying anything $15 or more, use this code. It's literally free. It's a free, promo to get. So I just wanted to show you guys that because definitely when I was buying those Silver Tempest boxes, I wish I would have known there was the code for the coins because it would have been free. So there's that if you guys didn't know that was going on. But yeah, it's still available. It's available until December 8th, so not that much more time. But definitely just want to show you guys this first. So some interesting things have happened. First here we can see, I was telling you guys this wasn't going to last forever. I said it was, a good pickup. It's been here for like 5 or 6 months, like since this set has been released, they have still been here, which is sort of surprising because Twilight Masquerade boxes did go up to like 160s, 170s, and we've seen basically all Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes go out of stock, but these were still available. It was weird because Twilight Masquerade is, a good set. It has a Greninja, which is over like $300, but I think what really killed it was the promo. It's the Ogerpon. Ogerpon I don't think is very popular, so I think that's the main reason because usually the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, what they have going for it is the promo card with the stamp, but since I think it's the Ogerpon, people didn't really care for it. But the fact that these were available for such a long time and you could buy them in case quantities, I was very surprised they were available until, for a while, until just now when they have just recently gone out of stock. So hopefully, I made videos showing you guys this, was available. I don't know if any of you guys actually bought them, but they're not available anymore. And usually with Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, once they go out of stock, especially since this is far after it being released, it's probably never going to get restocked again. So wherever the secondary market takes this product, it's going to go because at this point, it's probably done for. And I just saw this. I don't know if anyone has actually, shown this before. I know people were talking about the Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box being out of stock, but this was available for so long. And I just come to find out that it says out of stock. Now I'm kind of confused because, I've been refreshing the page to see if my eyes are lying to me, but it's out of stock because when you go and click on trading card game on the Pokemon Center website, you can see them right here and it shows it's, available. But when you click on it, it's out of stock. So it must have just recently gone out of stock. Maybe by the time I upload this video, it'll actually show it's out of stock. Maybe just went out of stock, when I'm recording right now, and that's why it says this. But yeah, it's very strange because this was available for the longest time. And I was telling you guys, I made videos in the past, whenever I talk about the Pokemon Center website, I mentioned this a lot because the fact that this is still available up here and Brilliant Stars is a pretty good set, it's kind of surprising. Obviously, Sword and Shield didn't have the cool promos or whatever. It just has some extra packs and it has a deck box and different sleeves. So it's nothing that crazy. But the fact you could still get this in case quantity and everything, I was saying long term this is still gonna be a good deal. It's not gonna skyrocket anywhere. But if you want some Sword and Shield product at MSRP and this being a Pokemon Center exclusive, it's not a bad buy. Brilliant Stars is a good set, and we can see here they're now out of stock. So kind of surprised it happened this quickly because they've literally just been here forever. But maybe some people decided to buy it up because you could buy in case quantities, and Brilliant Stars is a good set. So they're finally out of stock, at least I'm recording this. I don't know whenever this video goes up if they're going to be officially out of stock, if they're going to be restocked. I don't really know, but it is kind of surprising that they are gone now. So now, enough of the talk with the stuff that's gone out of stock, because I mean you can't buy them anymore. So these are just the best things to buy, in my opinion, on the Pokemon Center website. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy crazy amounts of these, but these are the best things on here that I think are worth buying, because there's a bunch of stuff on the Pokemon Center website you can buy, like a ton of just random trading card products that honestly I would never touch, but these are the best ones and the best deals that I could find. That personally, if you're looking to pick some of these products up, Pokemon Center for a lot of these is the cheapest right now, which is why I would say that these would be decent buys on this website. So I think it's a meme. Like anytime I bring up Silver Tempest, people like they don't like it because people don't like Sword and Shield anymore. But I'm telling you, Silver Tempest booster boxes at MSRP right now is still a good buy. I'm gonna keep saying it until it goes out of stock, I'm telling you. But the main reason why nobody wants to buy it is because you can't buy in case quantities, and that's a huge thing on the Pokemon Center website. If anything doesn't have like case quantity options, especially for the Elite Trainer boxes, booster boxes, people kind of get deterred by it. So yeah, I think that's literally the only reason why this is still up here, because the market price for these is like 160. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that these have been up here for a whole year, but I'm telling you, I don't know why Pokemon Center doesn't just, increase the limit to 6. I don't understand, but yeah, they're still available. I'm going to keep saying it. I think it's still a good buy at MSRP. I mean, this is probably not going to get reprinted like ever again. You got that huge reprint. The set is, I think, over 2 years old now. I don't think it's going to get reprinted. It's pretty low risk, and to get it at this price, I think is still good. Now, we all know Pokemon Center is pretty infamous for the shipping. They're pretty bad at it. I have bought in quantities of 3 and 4 before, and at least in my experience, buying in quantities of 3 or 4, you kind of reduce your risk of getting any damage to your boxes, because they don't put any like packaging into their stuff. It's terrible. But in those like quantities, I found it to be the safest. I can't guarantee anything, but in my experience, buying those quantities has been safest. So next, you guys might be surprised by this, but Stellar Crown Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, I think, is not a bad buy. First of all, we all know Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, they're exclusive, so this is basically the cheapest it's ever going to get. So in that way, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are pretty much like almost no risk, because you can literally only get them from this website. Nowhere else sells them. No other store really sells them. If they do, obviously they have to get it from the Pokemon Center website, because this is an exclusive. So there's basically no risk. And that's kind of I guess I shouldn't even say that because people are going to call me out for it. But you know what I mean. I'm saying no risk in terms of this is literally the only place you can buy it from. But obviously, yeah, maybe it goes lower, but really, like this is basically like a very, very low risk. And you can still buy in case quantities. And I know Stellar Crown is a set that a lot of people do not really care for because Terapagos, whatever, because it's a turtle or whatever it is. But let me show you something that maybe will change your mind about, Stellar Crown Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. So like I said, you can buy in case quantities, so that's obviously a plus for you guys out there. Like, that's the sort of thing. The promos in Noctowl, not the, most popular thing ever, but I would say it's better than the Ogerpon. But other than that, I want to show you guys this. Look, I searched up Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer box on here, and look at the only ones available now. It's Shrouded Fable, which is probably going to be here forever, to be honest, because, Shrouded Fable is sort of a bust. We kind of all know this. This is kind of a cool artwork, but, Shrouded Fable, we all know, it was some hype for it, but it died down super quickly, so I would probably expect this to be up here for a while, to be honest. But other than Shrouded Fable, literally nothing else is available anymore. All Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, they're all sold out. It's just Stellar Crown. So with that, being said, I think this is going to sell out probably I would guess maybe next few months here. Definitely that's just obviously just a random number I threw out. But just the fact there's literally none available other than Shrouded Fable, and I think everyone can kind of agree here, Stellar Crown is better than Shrouded Fable. But just that simple fact, I think these are going to sell within the next few months, and you can still buy in case quantities. No, this is not the best investment of all time, but if you're looking for some long-term stuff and to get an exclusive product, I think this is still not a bad buy. Yes, this is a main set, it's not specialty or whatever, but even still, I don't think it's a bad pickup. And then moving on to more Sword and Shield stuff. No one cares about Sword and Shield, but there are some 3-pack blisters still available. I think there's also Astral Radiance, but I'm going to first just put up here Brilliant Stars. I didn't really include Astral because I think people like Brilliant Stars better, so I didn't include it, but I think Astral's on here. But Brilliant Stars 3-pack blisters are still here, which is sort of surprising. I don't know what the max quantity you can actually add to your cart is. It doesn't really say anything, so maybe you can add a ton. I don't really know, but to get these at MSRP still is pretty good. I checked on eBay and all the other places. They're going for around $20 for these 3-pack blisters. So yeah, you can get them for MSRP at $13. I think it's still a good buy. And just a lot of things on the Pokemon Center website recently has been just selling out. Like I showed you guys those 2 products. So yeah, I think some of these are still really good. If you like 3-pack blisters, to get some Sword and Shield sets at MSRP is pretty good. And here's the other version. The other one is the Glaceon. This is Leafeon. And then Fusion Strike Build and Battles. Now, this is sort of an interesting one. I'm not going to recommend buying like a ton of Build and Battle boxes because, I mean, it's not the best product out there. But what's sort of interesting about Fusion Strike is that recently I saw a lot of people like posting about it, that Fusion Strike booster boxes actually just recently sold out on the UK side, because I literally made a video there about, the Fusion Strike booster boxes on the UK like still being available, and they literally sold out after it. So I don't know what it is. It seems like anytime I make a video showing you guys something, it just sells out right after. Like, honestly, my channel is pretty small. I know I basically have no influence, but like, it's kind of funny because it's happened so many times now. But they're out of stock of the UK Pokemon Center website. They haven't been on the Canadian side or the US side. So now no Pokemon Centers, I think, have them available. So all Fusion Strike, booster boxes, they're all just gone now from Pokemon Center. So I think those boxes are definitely going to be seeing some more moves because there's not any more supply from the UK side. And yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how Fusion Strike is going to perform after that happening. But still, Fusion Strike booster boxes are like $240, $250. They're still doing very well without it, or even with the Fusion Strike booster boxes being available on the UK side. But this is like it's like not the last product. There's still the Build and Battles stadium things, but those are so expensive. But Build and Battles, to get these at $20 at MSRP, I went on eBay. They're going for around like $25, $30. It's not the worst thing ever, but like I said, I wouldn't heavily invest into Build and Battles because they're just not that popular of a product. But they're not the worst thing ever. And to get still just any like decent, like in good like Sword and Shield era like set in like on the Pokemon Center website for MSRP, I think is good. You can only buy purchase limits of 4, so you can only buy, and 2. You can only buy 2 at a time. And honestly, that's probably all you really want if you're gonna get some of these, because like I said, they're not the best thing ever. But to get Fusion Strike at MSRP, I think is not that bad. So definitely wouldn't go heavy into this sort of thing, but it's here. And it's kind of surprising that they only have limits of 2. I would think that they'd probably maybe increase that because it's not a very popular product. But yeah, this is kind of just like an honorable mention. I really wouldn't go heavy into these, but hey, it's Fusion Strike at MSRP. And then lastly here is the Twilight Masquerade booster bundles. Now these are going for, I think, 30 to 35, more towards $35 on the the secondary market TCG player eBay. So to get these at MSRP, you can get them for $27. It's still pretty good. Twilight Masquerade recently hasn't been doing crazy numbers, but still to get booster bundles, which is a pretty popular product, especially nowadays, I think it's still a decent deal. I think if you do the math for these, I think it adds up to just being like a booster box. I think the price like at MSRP, but booster bundles, they still have somewhat of a premium. Like I said, these are going for like $30, $35. If you do the math on that, it's actually more than a booster box at MSRP. There is a premium. Like I made a whole separate video talking about booster bundles. I don't really like them, but they do well. So to get them at this price when it's under market, I think is a buy. But yeah, Twilight Masquerade recently though hasn't been doing crazy numbers, but just anything under market right now for good sets is a buy in my opinion. And yeah, so that's the end of this video. Just want to show you guys the stuff that went out of stock recently that I found kind of interesting, and to show you guys some other things that I think are decent buys on the Pokemon Center website. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.